Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're stepping onto the mats, metaphorically speaking, to look at a learning environment where things get physical fast, but the real lessons, they're all mental.
Absolutely. We're talking about youth Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Specifically, that very first class, how do you prepare a child for it? We're digging into a parent's guide that covers just that.
And that first experience, it's so important. It really sets the foundation for their confidence, discipline, even just their excitement to keep going back.
Which is key for something like BJJ, right? It's tough.
It really is. Long-term engagement often hinges on getting that start right.
So our mission today, we're taking this parent's mini guide, which has some surprisingly specific tips, and we're pulling out the actionable stuff.
The things you can actually do to make that first day smooth, positive, memorable even.
Yeah, we want to focus on those little details, the ones you might not expect, that really boost a kid's ability to learn right from the get-go. Okay, let's unpack the essentials first. The guide makes it clear this isn't just about, grabbing some clothes. It starts way before they hit the mat.
Right. It's framed as setting a standard, respect, responsibility built into the prep.
So what are the must-haves? The guide lists 3 things.
Yes, 3 necessities. A clean uniform, that's obvious. A water bottle, also standard. And then flip-flops or sandals.
Okay, the flip-flops, that one caught my eye. I get it. Respect for the art, the partners, the gym. Water, hydration, sure. But flip-flops listed as a necessity seems a bit much.
It does sound minor, but it taps into the whole flow and, frankly, the hygiene of a BJJ academy.
Yeah.
You spend most of your time barefoot on those special mats.
Right.
But the second you step off them, to use the restroom, grab water, talk to someone, footwear.
So it's about not tracking stuff onto the mat.
Exactly. Or tracking mat germs off the mat and then back on.
Yeah.
The rule is pretty universal. No bare feet off the mat. No outside shoes on the mat.
So the flip-flops are like the transition tool.
Precisely. They maintain that clean boundary. If you bring dirt or germs onto the mats, you risk messing up the training environment for everyone. It's a small thing, but it teaches awareness and hygiene right away.
That makes total sense now, especially in a close contact sport. Okay, and the guide has this great little insight for parents here.
Yeah, about the gear prep itself.
It says getting the child to pack their own bag, water, flip-flops, builds responsibility and pride.
It's like the first win of the day, before they even get to class.
Yeah.
It shifts their role from just being dropped off somewhere to actively getting ready for their own training.
They take ownership.
Exactly. Ownership of the bag, ownership of the experience. They're not just showing up, they're showing up prepared as a student.
Okay, so gear is sorted. Let's talk timing. The guide is pretty firm on this. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes early, no wiggle room. Now, I can hear parents thinking, 15 minutes early. With traffic and other kids, 5 minutes is a miracle. Why is that extra buffer so critical?
It comes down to the kid's mindset and their ability to learn. Think about that transition.
From the car chaos straight into focused instruction.
Right. If they rush in, maybe still a bit flustered or anxious, they spend the first part of class just trying to settle down. Their mind isn't ready to absorb anything complex.
They miss the mental warm-up.
That's a good way to put it. Arriving early gives them that space. They can check out the academy, maybe see other kids, meet the instructor briefly, just acclimatize.
Get comfortable with the environment.
Exactly. The guide really emphasizes this. Calm, curious kids learn better than rushed, distracted ones. That early arrival preps their mind to actually receive the lesson.
Okay, so the physical groundwork, gear, timing is laid. Now the mental side. This is where the guide gets really interesting, talking about parental language.
Yes, this part is gold. It directly addresses a super common parental habit. Well-meaning, but potentially unhelpful.
It's about swapping out those standard encouraging phrases for something better.
And the big one they target is, go out there and do your best.
The classic sports parent line. Why avoid that?
Because do your best sets an immediate performance expectation. The kid instantly starts thinking, okay, I have to succeed, I have to perform well.
But it's their first class. They don't even know the moves.
Exactly. So they try their best at something completely new, they inevitably struggle or fail at the technique, and suddenly the experience feels negative, like they couldn't meet the goal.
They feel like they let you down, or let themselves down, even though best was impossible criteria. So what's the alternative phrase?
Something much lower stakes, focused on the process. Have fun and learn something new today.
Okay. That completely shifts the focus.
Totally. It takes the pressure of performance and puts it squarely on curiosity and enjoyment. The goal becomes, did I have a good time? Did I pick up any new information? Not, did I execute perfectly?
That feels much healthier, especially for BJJ, where, let's be honest, the learning curve is steep and involves getting physically controlled a lot.
Right. Confidence, especially early on, has to come from being curious and enjoying the process, not from trying to be perfect right away.
And this ties into what the guide calls the core philosophy of jiu-jitsu, doesn't it?
It leads straight into it. This is probably the most crucial takeaway for the parent watching from the sidelines.
Which is?
Simply put, jiu-jitsu rewards consistency way, way more than it rewards raw talent.
Explain that. Talent seems like it would give you a huge head start.
It might, initially. A naturally athletic kid might pick up a move quicker, maybe win a scramble or two early on. But BJJ is complex. Sooner or later, usually sooner, everyone hits a wall where sheer athleticism isn't enough.
Technique and just time logged become more important.
Absolutely. The guide talks about BJJ as this long game, potentially decades long. Success isn't about being the best 8-year-old athlete. It's about who accumulated the most mat time.
Mat time, that's the real currency.
That's it. You just can't speed up the thousands of hours it takes for your body and mind to truly absorb the techniques, the pressures, the timing. Consistency is the engine. Talent might be the spark plug, but consistency is the fuel.
Okay, so connecting that back to the language, do your best focuses on that initial spark, which might fizzle if they fail.
Right.
But have fun and learn encourages them to keep showing up, keep fueling the engine, even if they spend the whole first class just trying to figure out how to move their hips.
Exactly. Because the underlying message is showing up is the win, especially at the start. It doesn't matter if your armbar looks terrible today. What matters is, will you be back next week to work on it again? So pulling this all together for the parent watching that first day, the goal isn't technical brilliance. It's not about seeing your kid dominate.
It's really just about survival, making it through without being totally overwhelmed.
Pretty much. Ensure the experience isn't overly stressful. Let them navigate it. Remember that insight from the guide.
That every single black belt, every advanced student had a first day where they felt lost or confused.
Exactly that. What made them successful wasn't how quickly they mastered the first move. It was just how they kept showing up. They embraced the struggle as part of learning.
So the real win condition for day one is simply seeing your child walk off the mat smiling, or at least willing to come back again next time.
That's the ultimate takeaway. Dedication beats immediate perfection every time in this game. How they kept showing up matters more than how they initially performed. And this brings up a really interesting point for you, the listener, whatever you're trying to learn or tackle. BJJ, a big project at work, maybe a new skill.
Yeah.
We take this core idea from the sources that consistency trumps talent. How might focusing on just showing up, being curious, and engaging with the process, rather than demanding immediate high performance from yourself, how might that change how you define success in your own challenges?
That definitely shifts the perspective, doesn't it? It takes the pressure off needing to be amazing right now and puts the focus on the long game. The commitment to keep engaging, keep learning tomorrow and the day after.
The learning, the skill, the talent. It follows the consistency.
A great thought to end on. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into preparing for that first step onto the mat, focusing on preparation, patience, and persistence. We hope this helps you tackle whatever challenge is next for you or your child.